Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. I know a couple of my people is live right now and got some replays to catch. So, first things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Hopefully everybody was smoothly able to get through the work day. Hopefully kids was able to get through the school day. Um, you was able to wake up again. Hey, you already know, give your praises where it's due. Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was one that was needed. Hopefully somebody did get something out of it. And if you missed it, you can catch the replay. You know me, I'll tackle a few little things today. And it needs to be tackled again. I'll be honest with you, this is not a good look. Um, it is really time, and this is not a bash to my people, but it is really time for us to get our minds right, man. Get it right. I want to tell you this in this instance right here. I watched something that I kind of figured was off, so I said let me rewatch it again. And when I rewatched it, I did my own analyzation and realized that the thing that was being presented, it wasn't that. This young girl was trying to cry racism because the group of people that was in the pool that she was in decided to get up and leave and had the nerve to have the caption to say, oh, these people are racist. It's only me and my people's in the pool. Now, when I watched the whole video, there was no racism in sight. As a matter of fact, one of the parents did the right thing because her little daughter was in the middle of that and probably didn't need to be in the middle of that. Now, you gonna try to sit here and claim racism, and in the same token, you're lying. Because when we looked at it, you came over there to where these people were relaxing and enjoying themselves to come put a camera there to start recording yourself just twerking. But you would claim racism. No. There are people, I'm going to say this again, who just don't deal with tired ratchetness that we see sometimes. And they don't want to be no parts of it, not even in a video. My thing is, you coming over there, you disturbing somebody's peace, you're putting a camera there to record. Nobody knows what you're recording or what you're about to do. And you expect people not to get up. Listen, even our own people sometimes will get up and move when they see that there's cameras being flashed and everything else. Because again, some people do not want to be on camera. There's some people who don't want to be on camera because again, they don't want to be a part of that. Why would I want to be a part of something when I know the main thing you're going to either do is twerk half naked, or you're just doing something where it's involving twerking or just some ratchetness? Who got time for that? Like, for real, who has time for that? See, that's the thing. Now, when our people walk away from situations like that, our own people that get mad we walked away from them will say, oh, you cooning, oh, you acting too bougie, you acting it. No. You're going to have to understand that there's just some people that don't like to be bothered with that. They see it every damn day. You think they want to be around it all day? Like, come on. And again, you sat there and came into a spot where everybody was calm, comfortable, minding their business, just to come over there, record, and just to do something. So who really disturbed the peace? It wasn't those people that walked away from you. You came and disturbed the peace. But I hate when people will sit here and still not try to take accountability. And then again, you're doing something in front of somebody else's kid. Had that been your kid, and somebody was doing something like it, y'all would have so much to say, so much hell to raise. I'm sorry, but some of my people, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. And you will sit here and get mad when somebody says this. No, this is his truth right here. You would get highly upset if somebody was doing something or implementing something in front of your kid. So how do you feel comfortable doing that? That little girl was just minding her business to the degree, and I applaud that parent for taking her away from the situation. Like everybody, let me get up out this camera. Because what are you doing? See, again, y'all want to play this racism card. You want to sit here and say, oh, this happened and this happened. But then when we come to find out the whole truth, it ain't even what it was cracked up to be. It ain't even what we thought it was. That's something that needs to stop, man. I really feel that needs to stop. You know, some of y'all that will sit here and cry victim to certain things, but then you're not taking accountability for what led to that situation. Again, you came into a pool area where everybody's relaxing, and you decide to come put a put a camera there just to record yourself doing something that you shouldn't even be doing, especially out in public. And you making yourself look bad. You making yourself look like a laughing stock, not just on the internet, but the people who are actually around you. There's some of y'all who need to chill out because you're not just making yourselves look bad, you're making your parents look bad. Your parents didn't raise you like that. And there's some of y'all who are coming from that. Your parents did not raise you to be out here being all ratchet and skank. I'm sorry. It's not no judgment. This is just facts right here. Tamika, what's going on, baby? Platty, what's going on, baby? Again, this is something that needs to really be looked at. And I'm going to say it like this. Again, every ethnicity has a small group of people that make their people as a whole look bad. But it seems like this internet and some of us have definitely just, man, listen, we've just ran rampant with it. Tasha, what's going on, baby? Sirius, what's going on, baby? Taco burritos, taco burritos. Yeah, I'm good, Platty. You know, workflow as always. Just, I had to chime in with the people, bounce some thoughts off. But this is my thought all in all again. There's no way you could tell me you felt comfortable doing that. You get ready to set up a camera so you could start bouncing your booty in the water, and you got kids around there. Again, it be some of y'all that get mad when people do stuff around your kids, but you'll do any and everything around everybody else's, and it's okay. Y'all need to stop that. I call that selective outrage to a degree, because it ain't no way in the hell you could tell me you feel a type of way. You would claim and cry racism because the people decide to get up and leave. No, that's anybody. So if it's our own people walking away from you, you gonna say we coons or we sellouts or we bougie? No. Just some of us do not like to associate or like to always be in the midst of stupidity. And that right there is stupid in my opinion. And then it's the thing, when you get called out on it, you still don't want to take accountability. You still want to point a finger somewhere. This is a damn problem that is consistently happening now. Sorry, it doesn't make sense. You sat there and cried, oh, what they did this and they did that. Then when we sit there and review everything, no, you started the whole thing. And this is a problem with some of our people because this is the thing that they'll do. They mess up, and instead of trying to fix their mistake, or instead of them trying to just own up to their mistake, let's double down. Let's add somebody else to the equation. Let's throw the blame on somebody else. This is becoming a problem again. You can't sit here and say these people were racist and that, oh, we was the only ones in the pool. No, they left because you came with that situation to record. Nobody wants to be on camera. There's some people who don't want to be on camera for good reason. That's just like prime example. If I'm about to shoot some sort of video and I see I'm in a place where people are either coming home, some of them got work uniforms on, Some of these people represent certain companies. The minute certain things happen, they're going to assume that these people was a part of the video. So somebody got to risk losing a job because you want to be foolish, or somebody got to have to go through the ups and downs and the loopholes to keep their jobs because you can't just stop recording. BMF, what's going on, my guy? I don't even know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. Common case again. That's that crab in the barrel mentality. The only way I could see myself being happy and is if I'm doing something that makes me look lower than what I am. I gotta degrade myself just to get attention. And this is what we're seeing too. Degrading yourself to all degrees just for attention. But let y'all tell it, oh, we don't get down like that. Oh, I don't know why people assume all of this. Because you're doing certain things that's outlandish and you're doing it for attention. Just call it what it is. No doubt, BMF. I hear you, bro. Damn shame. You try to sit there and start a whole bunch of madness. When it come to find out, you're the one that's enticing the madness. Now, there's some of you women out there again who need to really start thinking before you do things. Start taking accountability. Stop lying and making allegations on things that you know ain't true. Because in the long run, guess what? It's still going to fall back on you at the end of the day. It will. Especially when you're the one that's creating the whole chaos. Like, prime example, we've had the situation with the brick lady. Everybody was in an uproar, especially some of the women. Y'all was quick to say, oh, we not being defended and we need to defend our women more and yada, yada, yada. And then come to find out this damn girl lied. Lied not once but twice and just turned herself in, right? Or the girl that lied about being kidnapped and wasn't kidnapped. And some of these instances that we see certain situations, yes. This is why I say yes. Mental health is real. Because in some of those situations, that's exactly what it is. Mental health. Because there's no way you can think with a clear, logical mind that you could do something like that, right? And think that at some point your lies are not going to unravel. Cool gamer, what's going on? James, what's going on, my guy? Telling you is becoming that much of a problem again. You're gonna lie and say that somebody hit you with a brick, not once but twice, and come to find out you was lying the whole time. Again, there's some of y'all who put yourselves in positions that could be dangerous or that could be costly. And instead of you trying to learn something from that situation, no, I'm a double down. I don't think that's right. Didi, what's going on, baby? I don't believe that's right. And again, I'm not saying all of us are fucking corrupted. We're not. But for the ones that are, they make it difficult sometimes. Like I said, why sit here and lie and say that you got hit in the face, prime example, by a man when you know that man never touched you or you didn't get touched at all by anybody? So what was the purpose of lying? To gain attention? Or didn't we just have a situation with I don't know this damn girl name. Didn't she get a free car and all that other stuff? And then I think they found out she was lying about shit too. Why? She ain't gonna take accountability for that. I'm sorry. And this is a problem. When y'all fuck up, start taking accountability for your actions. It's not that hard to do. Like I said, people respect you more when you upfront and you learn to take responsibility and take accountability for the actions. People will respect you a little bit more. Can't respect you when you continuously lying. That would be like you lying and saying that somebody sexually attacked you, but then your story changes up 3 different times. You don't think at some point people gonna start calling you a liar, or they gonna start doubting you? And at some point people ain't gonna start doing their own research? Yeah, they will. They will definitely do so. Again, think before you do. You have a brain. That man upstairs gave us all a brain for one reason and one reason only: to think. Again, your choices, your consequences, they solely lie on you. Like there's some of you prime example, you giving up your goods thinking you trying to raise up or climb up in a certain position. You come to find out the person's a whole sleazeball, or the person was a liar, or the person don't got the pull you thought they had. And now all of a sudden it's, oh, he did this to me. He forced me against my will. I'm tired of hearing lies about shit like that. And then half of the people that are sitting there saying these things and making these accusations are coming out to be proven as liars. So again, what is the purpose of you not taking your own accountability on actions? You messed up, you gave your goods to somebody, learn not to give your goods to everybody. I don't care if he was the master manipulator. In the long run, whose fault is that? That you laid down and did what you did. It ain't his fault. It's your fault. You have a brain. Use it. This is the problem. And some of you who refuse to sit down and say, you know what? Let me make sure I'm not getting myself into any type of danger, or let me make sure I'm not getting myself into something where I'm gonna have to sit down and learn a lesson. There's some of you who are doing things and lying because you thought you was gonna be able to get far ahead. Not gonna get far with a lie. Sorry, but something that had to be somewhat discussed today because this is becoming more and more of a problem. And again, if you're going to put yourself in a situation where it could be bad, just accept the loss now. The same way you would want a man to accept his responsibilities and take accountability and accept his losses, there are some of you women who need to learn to accept your losses as well too. And don't sit there and double down by lying on people. I think that's the worst thing you can do. Because again, what are you gaining out of lying? You're not doing nothing but causing more of a firestorm. And when it's all said and done, that firestorm is going to return to you. And that firestorm will definitely burn you up. So again, why not think before you do things? Why are you willing to degrade yourself and defile yourself just for a higher position in something, instead of you working hard and actually going legit about it? And I'm not just gonna put that on the women. I'm putting that on some of the men too. And some of y'all damn near selling your souls just to try to get into a certain position because you're fiend bagging and thirsty for it. And then some of you get in these positions and you still not happy. So what was the purpose on doing certain things if you're still not going to be happy? Yeah, you're not happy because you realize you took a shortcut. You had to do something to degrade or embarrass yourself. And now you're gonna probably have certain people, if the word get out, they're gonna be laughing at you, or they gonna already have something to say about you. Just like I was telling somebody earlier and they got mad, but I ain't kidding. I'll tell them again when I see them again. There's some of you who need to stop putting your business out there, your husband's business out there, your boy, whoever. Don't matter. Not everybody wants to be involved in your business neither, and you make it uncomfortable for some people when you're sitting there discussing things that shouldn't be discussed. Like if you from the streets, there's some things from the street you don't need to always tell people. And you don't always have to, you wonder why outsiders know your business or why the next random person is in your business because you're sitting there talking louder than me on this damn mic. You were sitting there broadcasting for the world to hear. Heard something earlier and had to shut somebody down. I'm like, yo, Ma, take that conversation either upstairs or outside. You want a lobby full of people. You got some kids in there using profanity, number one. And then you talking about some street shit that don't got nothing to do with nobody. Even the kids is looking in your face. Like, this is a problem. Why do y'all always do that? Silverback, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, BFF. You already know. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Nah, exactly, Platty. And this is what I'm saying. Then you'll wonder why there's some people that's in your business. Well, if you would stop exposing your business out there like that, you wouldn't have that problem. I didn't want to know nothing about nothing. And the things that I did hear, I watched. Everything going to unfold this summer. And all from that conversation, I could tell. I'm not going to be around none of that. Don't care about none of that. But it's just a sad situation again. There's some of y'all who can't keep everything under wraps. Like again, you're sitting here putting on a performance. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see that. Time for y'all to start growing up. Like I said before, technology is a gift, but it's also a curse. Because now look at the curses that we see in that. Everything is being recorded. Everything is being put out there that shouldn't be put out there. There's no room for privacy or anything to a degree, which is crazy. There's no way you're going to, like I was telling my boy yesterday, we were sitting there having a discussion about something, and something came up along the lines of whatever. And I told him, I said, listen, everybody has their own little fetishes, secrets, whatever. That's on them. The ones that are keeping it under wraps, I respect and applaud y'all. Because that's how it's supposed to be. Whatever you're doing, especially behind closed doors, that's your business. Not everybody's business. I can't respect people when you're putting your business out there like that all willy-nilly to the world. Like there's some of you who you'll have a fallout and the first place you come to is the internet. If our situation didn't have nothing to do with the internet, why would you bring it there? This is a common problem I've seen, even on Facebook. I've seen some people try to put people on blast and they get blasted right back. Don't do that. Because that's a problem. You're not supposed to do nothing like that. If I had an issue with you off here, I'm going to keep it off here. Not going to never bring it on here. I don't care how bad I get. That's just me in per se. I can't speak for everybody else. Because I've seen some women just like I've seen some quote unquote men do that. Coming on here, and the first thing you doing is exposing some business that nobody knew about. And then now everybody knows about it and has something to say about it. And now you're upset. You can't be upset when you put it out there. And again, there's certain things you put out there that it can never be erased. Or somebody might just catch a hold of it and say, well, here, well, we got you saying this, so explain that. Like, come on now. Frankie, what's going on, my guy? No doubt, man. Be safe on that road, my guy. I already know, man. Get that money, son. Appreciate you, Platty, and I appreciate you too, Sirius, for dropping those links. I'm looking at the chat, but not looking at the chat. I got somebody circling around this mother. I'm trying not to Superman punch nobody, y'all. Pray for me. Pray for me. Can't ever have a quiet night, even on a night like this. Nah, not even just internet. Not everything is meant to be exposed and to be talked about. Like what I was saying earlier about the conversation, Shorty got mad, but I don't care. Ma, I don't want to hear your conversation. I'm quite sure these kids that's in here don't want to hear your convo. The older folks who are coming in here don't want to hear your convo because they don't even know what the hell is going on, and you making people uncomfortable. You talking about stuff, oh, he's an informant, and it. What does that got to do with anything, and why does everybody need to know your business? Just want to know that. Again, there's some of y'all who really need to get in control of your kids because, like I said, your kids are supposed to be a reflection of you. And if they are sitting here embarrassing themselves, making themselves look lesser than, that's embarrassing. You and the people around you, your family, everybody. Because now everybody gonna have some sort of form of opinion about you or about your kids. You don't want people saying stuff about you and yours. How about you start treating and start teaching yours how to move? Like, come on now. Your daughters shouldn't be out here trying to make TikTok videos and certain videos along those lines where you just nothing but ratchetness. They twerking, they fighting, showing, like certain things that shouldn't be shown. Like I said, I ain't no perfect role model, but it's just some things I will not do. That's called common sense right there. The project nigga is not always going to do some dumb shit in front of the kids. Not doing that. Angela, what's going on, baby? Realist, what's going on, my guy? Come on, son. You better come in here with that damn raccoon fitted, son. Platty, give him the materials. We need some raccoon fitteds for the squad. The eulogy raccoon fitteds. We got them coming soon. But this is what I'm saying. There's some people who are going to be that reserved to not let certain people in. I can regret that. I can respect that. Or there's just some people that reserved. Even if I'm going through something, I don't need everybody in my business. And if I put somebody in my business, that's because that person is going to give me some clear visuals, but also going to call it down the middle if they need to call it down the middle. Susanna, what's going on, baby? I ain't messing with you, play. But again, this is the problem. It's like, when at some point do y'all say, you know what? Let me have a little bit more dignity and class about myself. Let me not expose something that don't need to be exposed. I remember one day I'm surfing on a book and somebody I knew came across the feed and the post I read. I just looked at them and just not see them in the streets. I had to tell them. I'm like, why would you even put that out there about this person? Like, again, stop putting things out there. I don't care how embarrassing or how much you're trying to embarrass somebody. You're embarrassing yourself. Prime example, if you gave up the coochie to somebody, ladies, is that everybody's business? No. But if you was consistently doing something with somebody, and now all of a sudden you had a little slight fallout, do you think it should go to the internet when none of it happened on the internet? No. But you will be quick to say, oh, this person is this and this person is that. When I looked at that post, I said, yo, you know that man gonna have some fucking fire for your ass. Because why would you try to put that man out there like that? And at the end of the day, you make yourself look bad. Because you the one that still was giving it up. So you got to pick your damn struggles right now. Like I said before, pick your damn struggles, man. Like, come on now. You're going to try to downplay the man, but meanwhile, you ain't in no position to downplay anybody. It's crazy, man. Appreciate you, Susanna, baby. That's what I'm saying. Like, when things are not being presented on that lines, leave it offline. Like I said, you got an issue with somebody and it took place in the streets, leave it on the streets. Why bring it to the internet? And some of y'all even doing that. You bringing street shit to the internet. You dry snitching on yourself one way or another. Or you trying to quote unquote have some sort of a safety net just in case if something does happen. What the hell are you, motherfucker? Hold on one second. What the, hey. Wait a minute, is it a holiday today? Where all these days? Shut up, Nate. Let them just keep running. I just seen a whole group of cockroaches. I don't know where they going, but they all running. My bad. But this is what I'm saying though. Nah, but it's the truth though. You sat here and did something, and all before, like I said, it wasn't no problem. The minute something became apparent to both of y'all, there's a problem there. And sure enough, guess what? She definitely got put on blast. And more than once. I told her. When she see me again, oh, yo, you know that, but I said, I don't want to hear it. I already told you, you should not even put that out there. That man might get whiff of that, and that man is definitely going to let you have it. And sure enough, he let her have it. I ain't messing with you, Platty. You ain't sitting on, nah, this is a whole, hold on. Is there a holiday tonight? Ain't these Jews supposed to be in the house right now? Is it a holiday or is it, I don't know. Don't want to know. As long as they ain't doing nothing they ain't supposed to be doing, I don't care. But this is what I'm saying. Don't put yourself out there or don't try to put somebody out there if you ain't ready for the shots back. Try to cry and try to play victim. No, you just sat here and try to call this man out, speak all foul things about him, and he just gave you back what he gave you. The same energy you gave him. Oh, you want to play this game? I'm going to play this game. But see, you was going just on hearsay. He hit you with facts. He hit you with nothing but facts. And I know that hurt more than anything. They didn't like that. And there's some of you who are quick to do that until it backfires on you again. Then all of a sudden, again, you want to play the victim. Oh, but they should have. No, you shouldn't have opened your mouth and said nothing that you wasn't prepared for. Period. Sorry to tell you that. It's amazing how you quick to run to these damn social media devices and these apps, and you want to try to put people on blast for things that not everybody wants to know. Put people on blast for actually doing something that the people need to be aware about, so we could keep those type of dangers away. How about you do that? Could it be done? It possibly could, but again, it would have to be the right people actually using logic and common sense. And logic and common sense is not so damn logical or common anymore right now. Like I said earlier, the girl got mad because everybody decided to leave out the pool, but you came over here with a whole camera recording to do twerk videos. So essentially, you're disturbing the peace. You're disturbing the balance. So how could you sit here and claim racism when it wasn't even that? Gotta stop doing that, man. Like I said, you want to make accusations or you want to sit here and double down on the accusations and try to get everybody's attention or try to get people in the uproar. I'm going to tell you, racism would have been you didn't even get a chance to get in the pool. They would have all kept you from getting in the pool, or you would have had what they call now a Karen situation. So let's try this again. You're not placed in that position. Stop lying about it. Because when the truth does come out, and again, fingers are going to be pointed at you. And what you're going to be able to say then when you have to face accountability. I've heard this in another situation. This happened with a dude. This dude had the nerve to call the court system and even the judge himself an MFing racist, y'all racist, everything out the book. But meanwhile, your charges that you got convicted on were serious charges. Abducted and kidnapped it. Abduction and kidnapping, attempted abduction and kidnapping, home invasion, larceny, and everything else. You had like at least 6, 7 charges on you. and you got mad because you got caught, and you would try to call out the court system for being racist. When you said all foul things out your mouth, right? You already was looking at 32 years, and then you just got an extra 8 added on to your shit because you did everything you shouldn't have done. This is what I'm talking about with some people, even down to some of these fellas out here. Y'all want to be in these damn streets so badly. You want to be super gangster almighty until it's time to face your damn responsibility and your accountability. And when it's time for you to be held accountable, you want to cry when you get a sentence that you feel is unfair. Nah, you got to eat that. I'm tired of hearing people again saying free the guys, free this one, when these people again do not value their freedom at all. You get tired of hearing that. Oh, my son doing life. Oh, my son doing 40 plus. Free my nah. If he didn't care about himself while he was out here, why should you care? That's just my view and opinion on it. Why should you care about it? You ain't the one doing the time. I'm not trying to sound funny, but I hate that. Stop saying free my peoples if they ain't falsely in prison. Now, if they falsely imprisoned on something, then I can see you saying free this one, free this one. This one was wrongfully. Prime example. I can use a Tory Lanez right now. Prime example. That nigga is in jail for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Free him because he didn't do shit. Excuse me for saying it that way. He didn't do that a damn thing. Now, when it's situations like that, you get placed in jail on false accusations and everything else. That's the time when you should be saying free this person and free that person. Stop saying free my man's. My man's just caught a damn double homicide. No, nigga, he gotta go sit down there. Sorry, go sit down. Because if you don't care about life, you don't care about the freedom that you have while you out and about, then it should be no free my guys. Because what? So they could come out and do the same thing again? So what habilitation will they get if you just give them a slap on the wrist? I'll wait. I might sound a little petty tonight, but I'm not. Because this is a common problem. Yo, free my guys, free my. Your guy just ran up and your man's just caught robbery, attempted robbery, assault, and everything else. No, let your man sit up and learn his lesson. Straight up. Never understood why people say that. Free my peoples. Your people didn't give a damn why they was free. Your people was out here causing havoc. Your peoples was out here causing harm to the regular 9 to 5ers, harming probably young kids, doing everything out the sort. But I'm supposed to hear free my mans and them. My mans and them doing 30 to life. But free my mans and them. Hopefully they get over. No. I'm going to say this on all aspects, not just the men and women too. You've committed serious crimes. It's time for you to face it. Face up. Face up and man up for your actions. Yeah, that's how it be sometimes. Really, what you just said is the truth, though. My man just sat here and caught a robbery charge. My man caught a home invasion plus an attempted murder. But free my guy, though. How you going to? So what? If it happens that he does get out, who's to say they ain't going to do the same shit again? So you would want somebody to be free that could be a possible danger to you. That's what you're basically saying. And again, for some of you out there, you want to be all rah gangster, guess what? When it's time for you to sit in front of that judge and sit in front of that jury and that sentence get handed down to you, eat that on the chin like you're supposed to. I've seen men that I could respect, even if they did do some messed up shit. They held their own and took their accountability when they got wrapped up. They ain't run their mamas. They ain't run from state to state. They waited to get caught in certain situations. I'm waiting. That's what I'm saying. Like, when does accountability come in the hand for some people? Some point you gonna have to. You're not gonna be able to get away scot free forever. And you're not gonna be able to run away forever. Because at some point, you will be your own downfall. There's some people that will record it that probably could have got away with these crimes that they got convicted of. But for the fact that you just either stayed around or you let it be known that you did this, or just because the wrong person happened to see you, that'd be a downfall. Or you just happen to do something and happen to be around cop activity and get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying one time before, for some of y'all know y'all got tickets, summonses, all that other stuff. If it was taken care of, make sure you getting that on record that it was taken care of. You might have had a situation, you had to post bond, whatever. Even if you done took care of whatever, again, get clear paperwork on the things you need to. So just in the event there's a situation and you happen to have cop activity again, they can't say, "Oh, you fled or you did this." No, I took care of this. I knew somebody who had to go to court recently only because they had to prove to these people that, look, you try to arrest me for the same thing twice. Make it make sense when I'm coming to court, doing what I got to do. You try to almost send a bench warrant out for me not coming to court when I was in court. That's what I'm saying. Like, some of y'all got to just start really paying more attention. Some of y'all wouldn't go through the hassles if you would just learn to say, all right, let me keep myself out of trouble for a minute. Again, it's terrible when you got people who don't want to take their own accountability for things. Then you want to get upset, start hyperventilating, start screaming and hollering to the top of the mountains, and want somebody to feel sorry for you. No. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you when you didn't have enough respect and dignity and honor for yourself. You want to be out here causing all types of pain and corruption, expect that pain and corruption to come back. There was a video I was going to put up, or I was going to pin up tonight, but I couldn't. I couldn't even find at least an edited version of it because it was so graphic. But this would have been something as a clear reminder and a prime example on why some of y'all youngins need to stay in your place. Or this would have been a teachable moment for parents to be teaching their kids. There was a dude that got stabbed up. I guess they had a fight here and got stabbed up, banging on the door for one of those COs. Now, I don't know what happened because they cut the video after he kneeled down some. So who knows if he bled out or whatever. Because in those situations right there, there's certain jails in certain countries and even in certain states. You will be waiting damn near an hour before somebody come check in on you, especially if you, like, come on now. Now, in that situation right there, we still don't know the full backstory. Just know that homie wasn't looking good, and hopefully he did survive. But even if he did, I guarantee you, whatever happened, he either gonna be on go now, he gonna be unhinged, or he probably might be humble. He probably did something that he shouldn't have did. Cause don't think when you go to the jail that people don't have rules and regulations. Neither. There's people who probably got shit set in stone. So as soon as you walk in there, you the new fish in it. And again, why put yourself in that? Like I said, what is so hard for you to learn something and gain something out here in these streets that you got to go to jail or in these damn establishments? Like, come on now. There's some of y'all who could put yourselves to good use. There's some of you who will not utilize your brain, and you have enough intelligence to make something happen. I know people who was working as correction officers and everything. Shoot, one of my godmothers was a damn correction officer. She said the same thing mostly every last one of them have said. There's some intelligent minds right now that could be a useful part of society, but they chose to go down whatever direction and not utilize stuff. You have people in there who could have been good lawyers. You got people in there who could have been probably in the field of technology, construction. You name it, they could have been that. You got some people again who could have been the next sports players, the next movie stars, the next politicians. But instead, you're traveling down a road of uncertainty, and this is what you're going to get. It is time for a lot of you men and women out there who need to hear this to start utilizing your brain and start utilizing your opportunities better than what you know. Exactly. Could have been CEOs, could have been a little bit of everything. But when you start running down, like I said, that road of uncertainty, you want to be the follower, or you want to be a quote unquote leader, but you leading your people to damnation and destruction. Instead of saying, nah, we gonna utilize, we gonna make what we need to make. We gonna do what we need to do. You ain't doing that. You're not. Now again, there's some who, like I said, at the end of the day, despite whatever situations was given to you, it's essentially up to you to make a decision on how you want to move. Because I could have been coming from the roughest of the roughest. To some degree, I kind of am where I'm at. Shoot, every day out here is rough. Spring, winter, summer, fall, every day is rough out here. Guess what? It would be my own decision if I don't decide to make something happen. If something didn't work, who I'm going to blame? If I'm not taking the time to do what I need to do as a person. If somebody was giving me everything they could possibly give me as far as a blueprint, how to, so on and so forth, even if I don't follow that blueprint correctly, or even if I tweak it and utilize it the way I need to utilize it, it's essentially up to me to keep doing that. That's what I'm saying. You can point the fingers in all directions, but when it's all said and done, those fingers won't get pointed back at you, because this will be the question. Well, if you knew this was going to happen, why you just didn't do this? Nexie, what's going on, baby? You already know, if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Drop the link in case of anything. But yeah, a common problem that we seeing now. And it's sad. It's really sad. Drop this link in case anybody want to chime in a minute. But again, young men out there that need to hear this, there's some of you who still have time before you ruin your life or ruin a portion of your life. Take this for what it is. No matter what you're coming from, where you're coming from, what position in life you're coming from, you still have the key and the power to make things happen and to change things in a direction that you need to go in. Prime example. I'm going to use this from a sports perspective. You got some people who have gotten to where they gotten to, and they've done the best because guess what? They were still determined on winning and not giving up. There are some people, prime example, who didn't have the greatest sneakers. I'm gonna say it from the basketball standpoint. Some of these people had raggedy sneakers, shorts, jerseys, so on and so forth. But they didn't care about that because they were still practicing and still trying to focus on making themselves great at something that they feel they wanted to do and that they needed to do. That right there is determination right there. That right there is dedication. I know it's going to take me time to progress, learn, and hone my skills. And if I'm willing to do it, I'm going to do it. That's the true definition of a not of a non-quitter. Now, when you have people who they want to give up after a certain trial, or they want to give up because they feel it's too hard, those is quitters. You can't put yourself into something and you ain't fully putting in the work. Prime example. That's just like you want to lose some weight and you say you got a goal or you got a set goal, right? Are you going to be able to reach your set goal or are you going to quit before you even reach anything? Like if I know I'm going to have to do extraneous work just to get myself in at least a good position to where I'm starting to feel better, I can't quit. There's some of y'all who have opportunities to do better than what you're doing and quit while you're ahead, but you don't. And this is where we get some of these situations. Get some of these situations where now you're about to miss out a portion of your life and possibly the people around you because you couldn't get yourself together. You planning on doing things that you know could land you even on the FBI's list. Don't expect no sympathy. Don't expect nobody to. And you know what's sad? And some of y'all want to have an outrage and want to flip out. Prime example: that dude that had jumped over and attacked that judge. Now, instead of the charges that you was already about to get charged for and convicted for, now you got new charges because you attacked a protected person under the court of law. Like, come on now, make it make sense. You people will do stuff, and instead of you just eating it on the chin like you supposed to, you lash out. You'll find some way to try to get people to be in a uproar. You want people to feel bad and sad, but you had all the opportunity to avoid all of that. And in the long run, guess what? You're leaving your family and your people on stuck, especially the people who might be dependent on you. That's why I said there's some of you who you might not see it, but you have people that love, care for you, and they're looking up to you. And they need you. How could you leave them on stuck? How could you leave them abandoned? See, when you say something logical like that, people want to get upset. People want to think you judging. Oh, well, F you. And no, I'm asking a logical question. Why does everybody got to be emotional when a logical question is asked? Asked. Because nobody could give you a logical answer. That's why. What was the purpose of doing all of that when you know you was going to leave your family out here and stuff? What did it do for you? Did you get anything out of it? No. Prime example, I know somebody right now probably might be coming home soon. Don't know him personally, but you know, like know you from the hood. And your dumb ass just now coming home. Why? You get in trouble for robbing somebody for 12 motherfucking quarters. Make it make sense. Like you robbed somebody basically for $3. Make it make sense. You ain't even like, come on now. Like you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. hold on. So, Mr. Haydar Muhammad, uh, so sorry. Um, please don't come in here trying to antagonize or trying to solicit none of the women in here. Thank you. Dee, if you knew that person, my bad, I'll unblock them. But if not, kick rocks. See? And people like you need to go to jail for trolling and doing the same stupid shit. You're a repeat stupid offender. Stop being an offender. On that. See, this would be the type of ignorant person, before I get back, that will commit a crime and then point fingers and say it was everybody else's fault and won't take accountability. That's what I be saying. You know, there's some of y'all who are encouraging the utmost. And for what? Like I was saying the other night, you got some of you adults right now encouraging and enticing your kids to do stupid things that are gonna get them stupid prizes and gonna get them a stupid consequence. It is time for some of y'all to stop thinking like kids. Give me 1 second, y'all. Like prime example. This is my problem again. You are sitting here encouraging and enticing your kids to do things that at some point is going to not just embarrass them, it's going to embarrass you as well. Like I said, some of y'all encouraging your kids, even while you with your kids, to steal. Why steal when you can just do the simplest thing, especially if you got money? Pay for the shit that you're buying. And if you can't afford it, how hard is it for you to at least say, listen, I'm short on this item. If you think I could, whatever, whatever. Some of y'all need to learn how to just talk and have a conversation with people. And maybe, just maybe, you might be able to get certain things without having to go through the hassle of really having to get it. Well, I don't care who it was. Don't care who it was. Don't come in here with that stupidity. You ain't going to acknowledge the host, acknowledge your ass in the shadows. That's what you going to do. That's what I be saying. Stupid people do stupid shit. Sorry. It's the truth. Like I said, cursing like a sailor, but I'm giving you nothing but facts right there. You can't entice them to do things. Then when they get wrapped up, you want to cry. You want to play the victim. You want to point fingers. But you're not pointing fingers again at yourself. If I'm teaching my kid, prime example, how to boost out of stores and do certain shit along those lines, how do I expect my kid not to be a professional thief at some point? Make it make sense. How do I expect my kid to learn right from wrong when I'm teaching them nothing but wrong? Don't make sense. And then there's some people who they hate to be held accountable or they hate when you come at them, but you need to come at them. Because I never seen people who don't want to take responsibility for their actions, take accountability for the dumb shit that they did. Bonnie, what's going on, baby? And that's the problem again. You know, living in a society right now where what used to be deemed wrong is now right, and was deemed right is now wrong. So it's wrong for you to hold people accountable and what? Tell people when they wrong, they fucked up? Nah. Since when has that been a problem? Because that's almost like saying again, I'm gonna allow this to keep happening without giving you some sort of repercussion behind it. Nah. Can't keep giving slaps on the wrist to people. You did something that you know is foul. Nah, be held accountable for it. Telling you. I ain't never seen a group of parents that don't want to take responsibility for their actions. You boosted your kid into a situation where now your kid has to suffer, and then possibly you have to suffer. Did we not just get that story with the parents going to jail now? Because you gave your kid basically a weapon to do some harm? Enough said. Like I was saying, how the hell do you be in a house full of people that's supposed to be family and nobody knows what the fuck is going on with each other? Nobody. So nobody has no what talks at the dinner table no more. Is that what we doing now? Oh yeah, I already covered that. That's what's not happening no more. You barely hear people talking about something. Yo, come to the table. You might have the small handful who still believe in that old fact of, family time. Let's sit down and talk. Let's see what's going on. We know there's a whole bunch of shit going on. Everybody need to clear the air on what they going through so we could get through the next day. That's not even happening. Like that's what I'm saying. So when you're in a house full of people and nobody knows nothing, how you expect something not to happen? I wait. I got time tonight. I wait. See again, this is not being judgmental, and I'm not bashing. I'm asking a logical question. How do you be in a house full of people when you really don't know what's going on? Then when your children get put in the hellfire, again, you want to try to point fingers. It's time for some of y'all to start being more careful and more responsible. Like I said, start having more visual outlooks on what your kids are getting into and make sure they ain't getting into something that could cause them harm or cost them their life. Y'all remember a while back when I said near my job, they still had half of the damn street dug up. These kids trying to hop the fence. Now, if one of them would have fell and hit that fucking exposed that exposed iron, who you think would have been at fault? Not us and not the city. No, it'd have been you and your parents. Because where was your parents at that they not making sure you ain't getting into no mystery? Period. There's some of you who have it lucky because shit, I wish I could get away with some of the stuff I seen y'all get away with over the course of time. And then again, I probably wouldn't even be here to be talking right now. Yeah, you missed them and I got them up out of here. Now I don't give a damn who it is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this too before I get up out of here tonight. Because I'm gonna make this quite clear for these fool ass individuals. Because I could care less who it is at this point. Again, I'm gonna state this because I feel like I've already won this war. Or whatever you consider to be a war. But I'm gonna say it like this. If you think coming in here every day under different names, trolling, coming in here saying the repeated dumb shit is working, nah. I'm gonna tell you this again. It never worked in the first place. You just again making yourself look stupid, and you're proving to the people who are catching this broadcast that again we have ignorant people in the world that we just need to separate ourselves from and kick them out of a community. That's how true it is. Kick their asses right out of a community or just stop being bothered with them. Because like I said, I could care less. You're proving my point every day that instead of you focusing on your life and instead of you trying to get your life, You're obsessed with somebody else's. So who really comes out looking like the loser? I'll wait. I'm saying, you're making yourself look desperate too, because now look, you're seeking attention. You ain't gonna get much. Just gonna let you know, I don't care what you try, it ain't gonna work. And again, you're still gonna make yourself look even more foolish amongst the people. So continue to keep making yourself look like an immature clown. Ruby, what's going on, baby? See, unlike everybody else, I'm not gonna be making no nothing about you. Like I said, anytime you feel you have something to say, when that link is drop a pin, you know what to do. And you've been warned more than once. So, like I said, we can tell you definitely one of those that would throw a rock and run when you know you got caught. Stop being stupid. Especially if you're a man, you ain't getting no points for attacking or trying to come at the women over here or anywhere for that matter. You're just making yourself look stupid. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that. You look stupid and foolish. Please try again. Nah, you good, serious. I seen that and sniped it. Fuck out of here. You gotta go. See, people like this person will end up getting caught, exposed, and when it's all said and done, how much you want to bet they ain't gonna take accountability for nothing? Oh, but I only did this because I don't care why you did it. You still did it, and you made yourself look stupid. See, honestly, a person like you, if I ever seen you in real time, I wouldn't even think to put my hands on you. Just because I know for a fact you ass. Straight up. You blew the blessed ass. Why would I put my hands on a harmless person? Fuck out of here. You're harmless, nigga. Grow up. When you think you could do some harm, like I said, when that link is pinned pussy, you pop up and say what you need to say. Other than that, what you really need to do is go find Jesus or something. Go take control of your life and stop worrying about mine. About that one. So I'll be talking about these ass sandwich eaters. I'm sorry, y'all. You knew it was coming. Other than that, it ain't getting that much out of me. I made my statements clear as day, and I'm gonna continue to make them clear as day. You come here to troll only to get laughed at. You come here to troll to keep making yourself look clownish and prove my point. And this is the problem we are gonna have as a community, even the ones that's building new ones. We're gonna have to decipher and siphon out immature minded people. Because again, I don't come on here looking for y'all. Don't come on here disturbing y'all. But you come over here looking for me. Make it make sense. Who's really more obsessed? Who really has no time? Outside of that, I'll wait. That's all I'm saying. But again, there's some of you parents, like I said, you need to get on board. Sitting there enticing your kids to do all this boosting and got them out here doing things that you know for a fact could cost them or even get them penitentiary chances. It's time for some of y'all to really get it together. Because when something does happen to your offspring, who you gonna point the finger at? Again, that finger gonna get pointed at you. Because the first thing that's gonna be said is, well, where was you at? And why didn't you make the decision to stop something? So I'll be saying, when it comes to accountability, y'all don't want to take none. But it's about time for some of y'all to start doing that. When you mess up, take that accountability and responsibility. And if you happen to beat whatever, hey, learn from that. See, this is why certain people will never grow past a certain length because you refuse to learn and grow. You refuse to say, all right, I messed up. What can I learn from this situation right here so I don't mess up again? And that's the saddest part about it. For real. The saddest part about it all is, again, not taking responsibility for your actions. If I sat here and robbed somebody, prime example, and I just got caught, I can't blame nobody but myself. If I get caught, who am I going to blame it on? I can't blame it on my family. I can't blame it on my society. No, I would have to take my damn L. And I would have to eat that as much as I wouldn't want to eat. And there's some of you right now who are not even teaching your kids even that, like how to take accountability for when they mess up, for when they wrong. This is why we are getting certain things in society as we are getting in that. Like I said, there's certain instances, social media and everything along those lines is raising them kids. How can I expect my kid, prime example, to believe anything or even get in line with the things I'm saying when I'm promoting and showing them something outside of that? Lady Shay, what's going on, baby? It don't make sense. Like I said, there's some of you who are placing yourselves and leaving your families in grave danger because of the risk that you're taking. So that's just like if you decided you want to break into establishment, knowing that that could cost you more than 5, 10 years of your life. Should you really be thinking about doing that? Or if you do it and you get caught, should you be should you be held accountable or should you try to point the finger at everybody else? You know what I'm saying, you hate to hear that, but guess what? You're gonna have to hear that. When you're wrong and you mess up, you must fess up and you must take the accountability. Again, that's like you knowing your kids are supposed to be in the house at a certain time, and instead of them being in the house, they are out and about all late hours of the night. Something happened to your kid, you want to get in the uproar. You want to blame everybody else. You even want to blame something on the person that probably has something to do with your son being hurt, your daughter being hurt, or worse. But again, you are not pointing the finger at yourself because where the hell were your antennas at? In my money, my voice. Where were your antennas when all this stuff was unfolding? You don't want to hear that, but you're quick to say, "Oh, they did my child wrong. They did my child wrong. My child didn't deserve this." If your child didn't deserve what happened, then you would have made sure it didn't happen. There's some people who can really say things didn't need to happen to their children because they lost their children to senselessness. And these is people that are not in the streets. These is people who was actually doing what they needed to do, trying to help provide, trying to build, trying to even do their own things as far as a family. And they got taken out early because of nonsense or because of senseless gun violence or because of just immaturity and aggression. Those people are allowed to say this shouldn't have happened to my child. I felt bad for one lady because again, you killed her only son. Her only son just got into college. You killed her only child, her only baby. And knowing that this lady is already within a certain age, she's not trying to start over again and have no family. So again, you took out somebody on just sheer evil and hate. Like I said, you gonna rob somebody, but then you still gonna take their lives for what? So when you get caught, accept your responsibility. Accept it. Accept that accountability too. You can't cry and mope and try to catch all tantrums in the courtroom when again you shouldn't have placed yourself in that courtroom to begin with if you felt this way. See, this is the thing, like I said, everybody, it's a game. Everybody is all yah until you really have to sit down and face these people. And when you really have to be judged by 6 or judged by 12. So again, whose fault is that when it's all said and done? You're going to point at as many fingers as you want, but in the same token, you have to take accountability for yourself. And there are some people who did that. They know they messed up. And once they seen that certain people wasn't helping them, or once they see they didn't really have no options but to just give themselves up, they gave themselves up. And they took their time like they were supposed to. And some of them have actually come home, learned from that, and learned not to go back. But there are some people who will be institutionalized in the mind the minute they even touch a jail cell. Depending on where they at and what the reputation is, yeah, their mindset is not going to be in the best. Because now they going to have to be on point and on go just in case of anything. And that's what I'm saying. Parents start being more alert when it comes to your kids. Like right now, I don't care how, it's probably like 60 degrees right now out here. It's actually nice. It's not cold. No, that was windy as hell this morning, but it slacked up. But it's hot now. Everybody want to be out and about now. But guess what? We couldn't be outside past 10 or 11 o'clock. But you parents are nowadays allowing your kids, especially under the age of 13 and 14, to be out all hours of the night and come in when they want. Again, why are some of y'all being friends with your kids? This is what's destroying the fabric and the balance now. This is why some of these kids don't even respect their parents now. I just heard a whole child basically tell their moms without saying it that they was a pussy. Excuse me for saying it that way, but that's exactly how it was presented. It's like you politely told your moms that she's soft and that she's not going to do nothing. And she didn't do nothing. If that had been the normal big mama or anybody else, 5 fingers across that face just for being disrespectful. Who the hell are you? You ain't even paying no bills. You could barely wipe your ass straight and you trying to, y'all be wilding for respect sometimes. And that's what I'm saying. It's to a point where even the elders who are real elders can't even tell your kids when they wrong. No, if your kid did something in front of them and they going to check them, they going to check them. Why your kids feel they got to come home? Oh, this person just came over here and did this, that, and the third, and yada. Then when you come to find out what the truth is, now you looking embarrassed. Susanna, baby. But this is what I'm saying. There's been times when people have said, oh, this person sat here and did this, that, and the third, and this one, okay. And then when you come to find out what the whole truth was, you come to find out the kids was the ones that started that most of that shit. So if somebody's going to tell you you're incorrect and you're wrong about your approach on things, or you're incorrect for doing something that you know is incorrect, how you going to get mad? Again, how you going to get mad for somebody telling them they're wrong for disrespecting somebody that's old enough to be their mother or their grandmother? Make it make sense. So it's okay for the kids to run around, be disrespectful, SMD, and kiss my ass and suck my nuts and all this other stuff. So it's all right for that to happen, right? It's all right for your young ladies out there to be talking about eat my twat and do this and do that. And like, come on now. Where is the fabric at right now? Where is it at? Just like I was saying last night. Now look at this. Didn't I just mention last night and we still having issues like that? Parents trying to fucking compete with kids. Why are you competing with your offspring? Make it make sense. Again, where is the morality and the fabric in society going? Nah, and that's the truth, though. Yo, real is what you saying is true. If this would have been us back in the day coming up and we thought we was disrespecting anybody, even if it was elders that we really didn't, agree with, or the ones that really what, we would still get chastised and still get that work. Why? Because again, we had a respect level. We don't disrespect the people that are older than us, that are wiser than us, that actually have something to give to us. We don't do that. And I'm not promoting violence. I'm not promoting nothing. I'm promoting what I need to promote. Some reality that needs to be given out. I'm promoting that. Because again, where has the moral fabric gone in society? When your kid could be entitled to curse people out, invite them to private parts, doing all this extra stuff. When was that ever a thing? James number 8, what's going on that? Some of y'all are really scared to punish your kids. Shoot, you need to punish them and actually punish them to where they understand and learn something. That's just like if you want to take something away from them, make sure you keep it away from them. They don't need it because they don't need to think that, oh, well, she ain't saying nothing today or he ain't saying nothing today, so maybe I'm off. No, let them realize that this is a part of them learning accountability and responsibility for when they mess up. Dolores, what's going on, baby? Yeah, nah, because we was from that era, bro. We was from that era where we wasn't gonna be sitting here and being disrespected. Them older folks was not hearing it. The grandparents, the parents, even the aunts and uncles was not hearing that. But nowadays, you get ready to not so much as chastise, you get ready to correct somebody, and then even the parents are starting to get ignorant. Oh, who are you to tell my child this? Well, if you're not teaching your child something, somebody should teach them something. If you're not going to teach them manners and respect, somebody should. And you can't get mad at that. Because again, manners and respect will take you a longer way than disrespect and ignorance. Don't let that ball go over your head today. Like I said, there's always going to be a small group from every ethnicity that do something to make their people as a whole look bad. And it's a black eye in society again. When you can't hold people accountable because people always have something to say, or because people always want to be in the uproar. No, that's not the way that works. That is not the way that works. Your child cannot be out here doing all sorts of chaos and causing misery to people, and you're not trying to even something wrong there. And some of y'all again will uphold your kids in wrong, knowing that is wrong. But then get mad when again they get checked on something. Nah, you're gonna have people at some point, they're not gonna care about who you are, who you connected with. When you're wrong, you're gonna get checked. See what this fool ass nigga is doing. Come on, bro. My bad. Let me see something real quick. See, and then see when I even get ready to say something amongst this other group of people, some people want to have backlash or have something to say. But even these group of people do the same exact stupidness that everybody else seem to do. and don't want to be held accountable when you say something to them. But that's another story for another live. I'm going to definitely go in on these groups. I don't care, because they always want to make the melanated folks look like we the most uncouth, or make us look like we the most savage when it comes to everything. And they don't look at themselves. Like I said, that's another story for another live. But again, it is time for some of y'all to, start getting back to that notion. Again, when you got people doing wrong, start holding them accountable. If they get upset because they get held accountable, oh well, let them be upset. Because in the long run, you should have enough decency and common sense to say, well, I know I shouldn't have did that. I'm wrong for even thinking that was going to be something to be doing in the first place. Like I said, I've seen situations where it could have went left and almost did go left because, again, you got people who are not for that. Like when I said that situation about the girl being at the wedding reception and you twerking and knowing your father is sitting there, and the father looked at her like, if you don't get up, I ain't raised you to do that, and you're not going to embarrass me like this. And that's what a lot of y'all parents need to start doing. When your kids start even doing stuff in public when you're around them, you need to start putting them in check. Your kid want to fall out in the street? All right, give them something to fall out about. Start disciplining them. There's a reason why there's a paddle on the belt. There's a reason why we have butt cheeks. For that reason. Start spanking your kids when they start getting out of pocket. There's some who will do it. And then the minute you do, you shouldn't be hitting them like that. Then what? So then my kid is going to be allowed to just fall out, embarrass me, act a fool, and then you have something to say about it? Hell no. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be so focused on what society think. No, when you disciplining your kid, you discipline your kid the way you see fit. Not saying you supposed to beat them up like they somebody in the streets. But no, you discipline them. Because how they going to learn anything if you just allowing it to happen? Commander, baby, moop, moop. How I expect my kids, prime example, to have respect for adults when they see me cursing out at everybody, even adults that's older than me. I'm essentially showing them and going against what I'm preaching. Again, it's a sad society. And the thing, I can say that I'm kind of blessed right now because I don't have them. But I think even if my kids would have been here, I would have probably still been the same way right now. Stop what? What I need to stop, serious? What, bringing truth? I can't do that. What I can say is, again, you don't beat your kids and abuse your kids, but you do discipline them. Again, how are they going to learn anything, even as far as accountability is concerned, when you're not solely teaching them that? It's just something to think about now. You want to see brighter days. You want to see more success. You want to see more positive changes. At some point, you will see it, but for right now, I don't think it's going to be seen. Because when we have people again who are going against the logic of stability, strength, building, and actually trying to move forward, ain't gonna have that. Because I know some people who didn't have to physically beat their kids. They didn't have to because their voices alone scared the hell out of them kids. You got some who might have to physically discipline them. If you're doing it accordingly, hey, that's good. Because again, you are instilling what accountability and responsibility is. When they mess up, and when they mess up bad after you done already gave them fair warning, yes, you must discipline them. It really is just something to think about, y'all. For real. Some of y'all are gonna have to start being accountable for your actions. Like that girl, prime example earlier I was talking about. You came over there and disturbed the peace of people who was in a jacuzzi minding their business. You came over there and disturbed the peace and try to put people on. Come on now. I'm not expounding nothing serious. I'm just keeping it real. I ain't gonna go crazy. But again, discipline should be a thing. We got lack of discipline now. This is why we have so much disrespect going on. Again, I'm not encouraging no violence, and I'm not encouraging the wrong type at all. I'm encouraging discipline. That's it. Diz, hold on, son. You came in here without no tacos, man. We got a problem. Serious? Get the grill. James, get the wood pellets. We're gonna put them on the grill today. You come in here without no tacos, man. You know, because this is what I'm saying. There's things right now that they're trying to really make as a crime. But this was something that was being done throughout the course of time. Discipline. Teaching your kids what you need to teach them, especially when they are going to be out there in that world. You can't guard them and watch them 24/7, but you still have watchful eyes to make sure everything is everything. And when they do mess up, yes, you must discipline them as far as you must correct them. You don't even got to get physical all the time. You can correct your kids just by sitting down and having a good talk with them. But when there's certain situations you're going to have to do it, you're going to have to do it. See, prime example. Hold on. Now I got to put my camera on real quick. What are these people doing? Again, I'm about to have another discussion about certain things. Yeah, my bad, y'all. And what you just said was truth, though, right there, too. There's some people who are starving their kids. Explain to me, how do you bring life into the world and you mistreat the ones that you gave life to? Explain to me, how do you throw your kids out basically to the wolves when those is your prized possessions and your blessings? That would be the equivalent of you putting your kids on an airplane by themselves, knowing that there could be possible danger. Who does that? Telling you, some people are not thinking logical no more. They're thinking more irresponsible, basically. And that's going to be a downfall for your families too, to a degree. Drop this link again in case anybody want to chime in. No doubt, Angela, appreciate you, baby. Hope you have a good one, baby. And for those who might be following me on Clapper, tomorrow we definitely gonna ride out tomorrow on Clapper. Apologies for the day. Yeah, too much going on. Too much going on. Bryden, what's going on? My fault. I'm hearing a whole. Is that a stopwatch going on? Yep. I can't even find it. My bad. I knew I wasn't tripping. No, I was hearing a damn time clock go off, man. Not much, Brad. Just chiming in with the people, having a good convo. You know, same old, same old. Just bouncing some things off. You know, but again, there's some of you who you need to be held accountable too. Because if you're again encouraging your kids to do things that they shouldn't be doing, it's only a matter of time before you have to take that accountability as a parent. Again, you can't expect your children to follow anything in your steps when you're showing them the wrong steps. When you were showing them that it's okay to break the law, when you show them that it's okay to steal when you don't necessarily have to do so, when you're teaching them that they can just cause violence and misery amongst people and think that there ain't gonna be no consequences to it, you are sadly failing them. It's just my view and opinion on it. It is about time for some of y'all again to start getting in control of your situation. Because when something does happen, again, who can you point the fingers at? The fingers will essentially be pointed at you again. I'm sorry, but I'm keeping it real now. That would be like you doing something, knowing that there's a sign there telling you not to do it. Then when you do it and somebody tells you you was wrong for doing it, or when somebody tells you you're in the wrong, you start getting offended. You can't get offended when, again, you're not following protocol. That would be like me having an issue on my job, and instead of me having control of myself, I decide to go bonkers on my president and everybody else. If I get fired or happen to get arrested and taken off the property, whose fault is that? Is that my fault or is that their fault? It's my fault because again, I should have just had control over myself, right? But again, you got people that won't even do that. Take responsibility and accountability when it's needed. I ain't hear about that, Brian, but see, even that right there, that's disturbing. That's really disturbing right there. There's some of y'all who are doing things and you're putting your kids in the worst type of positions. You're putting them in a position where the wrong person or if the right person see it, they could call ACS and say that you're abusing or that there's abuse happening to your child. And you're the one that's essentially doing it. Like I was saying that day about the video with the little boy who was staring at this grown lady. She's sitting in front of the porch twerking herself in front of people and in front of the kids. Make it make sense. Gabe, what's going on, my guy? Make it make sense. You are, first of all, you are giving that child the visuals and the mindset of being sexual too young. Because the way he was staring at her, like I was just like, that don't make sense. You're sitting there doing this purposely, and nobody sees nothing wrong with that. Just like I had to correct somebody earlier, and I meant to bring this up. There's some of you men out there who are doing ill-minded shit, in my opinion. It has to stop. Again, can't tell nobody what to do as far as their bodilies is concerned. But there's some of you who need to stop putting yourselves out there because it's still indecent exposure. I don't care what you're talking about. I just had to curse somebody out earlier because they see me outside having me a little break, basically. You see I'm still sitting there. Why would you even try to attempt to pull out your stuff to go take a peek? Bro, you had all the opportunities and there's bathrooms literally you just bypassed. Why you didn't go in the bathroom? Why did you think it was cool, or why did you think it was even going to be cool to do something? I curse that fool out. If you don't go take yourself up the block or somewhere else while I'm sitting here, you're bugged out. Nobody wants to see that. Not when you got foot traffic again. Got kids still outside with their parents. Nobody wants to see that. And there's some of you men, that's what I'm saying. Mental health is really real. For some of y'all, just you don't care. There's no way you can tell me you don't have no self-dignity or respect for yourself. Danielle, what's going on, baby? Yeah, you got people really doing stuff like that, Rose, and that be the crazy part. And then when you before, that's what I'm saying. He didn't even get a chance to do none of that because I wasn't playing that. Yo, I know what you about to do. Go take your ass up the block. What's wrong with you, bro? And then no sooner than I tell him that, and he moved, you had a group of people that was coming right behind him, kids and all. This is what I'm saying with some of y'all. Have some decency and respect for yourselves. Self-dignity, bro. And you should feel a type of way. You know there's another person sitting there and you still trying to do the utmost. The same thing with some of you women. You want to still squat and bend over in front of people like this, like it's not public places. What's wrong with y'all? This is why your areas is smelling like porta potties now. I said this a while back and I'm saying it again. There's some of y'all who cry about your areas, but then you're doing the same things to destroy your areas. You can't cry about the area smell like this, and you're part of the reason why I smell like that. Make it make sense. B-Rob, what's going on, my guy? I hate to hear that, though. Like I said, nowadays people hate accountability and responsibility. You're going to have to learn it at some point. You're going to have to start taking it taking it on the chin like you're supposed to. Some of y'all putting yourselves in these positions to get child services called on. On that. I don't feel bad neither when certain things like that happen. Because if you don't care, why should somebody else care? Sorry to sound that way. But again, why should anybody else care when you don't care? You're the parent at the end of the day. You don't care that you're exposing your kids to certain situations, especially sexual situations that shouldn't be exposed on them. I don't feel bad when you get the people's called on. Period. That's why I'm saying again, where did this moral fabric of ours go? Where did the respect fabric go? The fabrics that we know kept us as a whole and kept us at least in line, or at least gave us what they were supposed to give us, instilled lessons and responsibilities. It ain't like that no more. Give me a second, y'all, because I had to really unleash all of that tonight. Again, that's like me not wanting my kid to be out here vandalizing establishments and everything else. But I'm taking them with me while I'm doing the same thing I'm telling them I don't want them to do. That would be like me telling my kids I don't want you on the block hustling, but they with me every day as I'm hustling. Or they see me every day not doing nothing but hustle. I expect that to work. I expect them to learn something. The difference between the olden day and now, we have more support. We have more backup, especially when it came to holding people accountable for things that they were messing up, especially in our communities. We lack that now. Like I said, everything is just look the other way. Oh, don't worry about that. It's not your responsibility. Oh, don't worry about that. This don't got nothing to do with you. But it will have something to do with somebody when at some point again you start messing up. It will be your responsibility when there's a situation where you're not going to be able to get out of it. And you're going to have to be held accountable. Not just for your child, but for you too. Time for some of y'all to start being a little more wiser. Again, start teaching these kids soul lessons and accountability and responsibility. Teach them that when they mess up, they have to fess up. They have to stand up to what they got to stand up to and accept whatever consequences come behind. Like you got some people who will sit here and say, "Oh, that's messed up. You gonna let your son do this, or you gonna let your daughter?" First of all, if my son or daughter did something that they shouldn't have did, and it's something that I try to keep them away from experience, and they still end up going down that road, the only thing I could do as a parent is at least give them some sort of encouragement, give them some sort of parently encouragement, give them some good strong words to keep them, to keep them afloat, or to give them something to grasp onto. Because I can't do nothing if the system is ready to take you away. What am I supposed to sit there and hold my child's legs and get dragged off to? No. So I'm saying to a degree, discipline is a must. You don't always have to physically discipline your kids, but you do need to discipline them. Shoot, there was days my mom's ain't never had to put her hands on me. If I knew I messed up, I had to just hear that mouth. And I can still hear her mouth to a degree. You rabble, rabble, rabble. And she ain't never cursed at me. But in my head, that's how I felt. Like, damn, she cursing me out. And she cursing me out politely. Damn, I messed up. I can't do this no more. I can't let Mom Dukes be upset. Some of y'all don't care. You don't. I'm going to say this to some of these youngins that need to hear it. If you are coming from parents, guardians, or anybody right now who actually love and care for you and show you that on a daily, you need to show them that same love, respect, and kindness back. Because they don't have to put up with just nonsense neither. You know what I'm saying? Your child mess up and your child might have to go through the ringer. The only thing you can do is pray that they get through it and that they learn something from it. And when they do come back from it, they learn not to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all good money, right? Some of y'all, you're tough as stone, right? Until you really have to sit in the position where you're not going to be able to do much of nothing. And your freedom is basically out the window. Like I said, what would be my position in life to go from listening to authority to going to jail just to listen to authority? Makes no sense. So I would rather have a whole complete stranger tell me when to get up, when to go to bed, when to shower, when to eat, when to go out for recreation, when to do anything, right? Why would I do that? Saying, just something to think about. Everything is good until you end up getting wrapped up. Again, some of you need to start being on your P's and Q's. And when you do get caught, or when you do get wrapped up for doing something you shouldn't have did, like I said, take that on the chin like you're supposed to. Stop being cowards and stop running. I'm sorry I had to say that word coward, but I've always found that cowardice that you would do something but then still want to run. Then what's the point of doing it if you know you're going to run? You're not going to even be held accountable for your stuff. That's something to think about for the night, y'all. Seeing the world right now where we're losing people left and right. Some people we're losing to health issues. Some people natural causes. Some people just not even expecting it to happen. If you're losing people who actually give you a strong balance, you need to start checking up on the rest of them who will give you that balance, or the rest of them who do actually care for you. Start loving and cherishing those moments. Like I said one day before, some of y'all are blessed to have both parents and grandparents. You better stop getting in your feelings about stuff and act like you love the fact that you have remaining family members who actually love and care for you. Just told that to one of these dudes on my block earlier. You running around here angry and upset about certain things. You should be happy that you got both of your parents and your grandparents living. And that's rare that you're gonna get that. And you ain't no spring chicken. So again, be careful, but also be thankful for what you do have. Be careful in the moves that you make, and also be thankful for the blessings that you do have. You still blessed to have family that love and care for you, and vice versa. Cherish every moment of it, because those are the moments you're not going to be able to get back at some point, if the unthinkable does happen. So I'm saying there's some of you who take life for granted. You will literally take it for granted. Shouldn't be that way at all. At least in my opinion, it shouldn't be. Can't think for everybody though. So remember that part. Can't think for everybody. But there's some of y'all who should take these words carefully and wisely too. You don't want to spend half of your life wasting time and energy on things that are not going to build you in the best light, and they're not going to give you stability. There's some of you who are chasing things that, again, you'll never catch, and it's not meant for you to catch. When you've been chasing and doing certain things and it hasn't worked, that should be a prime example right there to you that maybe this isn't the thing you should be chasing. I'm not a person that tell a person to give up on things, but when you know you really don't have no gains on even getting in that position, switch over to something else. If it's not working for you right away, switch into something else until that thing does work. Not hard to do. But again, some people will make things harder than they need to be for no reason. You will make things harder than necessarily has to be. You will put yourself in the struggle and keep yourself in the struggle because you refuse to use your mind and utilize the best aspects that you do have. You fail to utilize key information that you can use to unlock something. So when are we going to stop playing victims and stop pointing fingers at everything and start taking accountability for our own? Ignorance is at an all-time high. Violence definitely at an all-time high. Accountability or people taking accountability is at an all-time low. So at some point, we got to balance things out again. Start holding people accountable. When you know there are parents who are definitely being that abusive in any way, shape, or form to their kids, you need to stand up. Because why should these kids, prime example, who are coming from those areas or coming from those backgrounds, have to continue to suffer because nobody wants to open up and nobody wants to actually help? So you'll cry about certain things again, but we refuse to help out when it's necessary. We refuse to put our foot down when it's necessary, and we refuse to hold people accountable when it's necessary. If I know you abusing your kids and I gotta make the call, I'm making the call and I'm gonna hold you accountable and I'm gonna tell you, yes, I did it. And if I had the choice again, I would do it again. Because again, what are you doing? You were blessed to bring blessings into the world and you're treating them like dog shit. Sorry to tell you that. I might have cursed like a sailor to a degree tonight, but nonetheless, a message was sent out. A message was definitely given. Some people don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it. You can try to go around it. You can even try to go under it. But when it's all said and done, you're gonna be the one left holding the bag again. So again, it is time for some of y'all to start getting in tune. Start being more responsible for everything. Like I said before, don't want your kids wrapped up in the system. Don't want your kids being a early grave plot. Start being more visual. You absolutely right on that, Nexie. But see, that's the bad part about it. It's bad when there's parents and they are even on that level. Because essentially, again, you're more focused on your personal needs or you're more focused on your needs and your wants. But what about your kids? What about their needs? You can't expect even some kids to not be resentful to parents when look what the parents are giving them. Like I said, there's differences between the days of olden past and the days that we in now. And some of this stuff has been corrupted again, not just because of social media, but because of people who decide to just do the utmost and show the worst type of example. I can't expect my kid not to be violent if almost every time my child sees me or has some interaction with me, I'm being violent towards somebody. I can't expect my kid to learn self restraint and self strength when I'm not even showing it. There was days, prime example, I could have went off the deep end. What stopped me was the fact that I had to remember my brother is looking up to me. My brother don't even need to go through some of the stuff, and he don't need to see me even doing what I need to do. And I ain't doing nothing crazy because I wouldn't allow myself to do it because I had somebody still looking up to me. And that's what some of y'all have to realize. Your kids are looking up to you for advice, for guidance, for strength and protection. If you're not doing any of those I just said, you basically tossed them out to the wolves. And it'll only be a matter of time before they become the next victims of society. And before I get up out of here, again, for those who are following me on Clapper, tomorrow we definitely gonna have some good fun, some good vibes. Um, and I will be bringing something on there tomorrow. I might bring a little mixture, but I felt this was necessary again tonight. Again, in order for certain things to change. We're gonna have to be a part of that change. We're gonna have to do what's necessary if we want something better. And again, we can't cry and mope about certain things when we're not trying to be a part of that change that could be, you know, destined for everybody. Ladies, what's going on, baby? So again, parents, guardians, start making sure that's what you're doing. You're guarding your kids, you're protecting them, and again, teach them responsibility and accountability when you need to teach it. If you don't teach certain things when they're young, you can't expect to teach them it when they get older. Or you can't expect them to go in the right direction when you've been teaching them the wrong direction this whole time. And there's some things, again, like I said, some of you parents are going to have to start shielding away from your kids. Certain conversations, keep it under wraps. Like I said, should be no reason why nowadays you got these youngins in the damn adults' business. And there should be no reason why adults is conducting their business out for everybody again to hear. If you don't want certain ones in your business, keep your business out the streets. Stop broadcasting to the world, yo, every day, everything. You know? And this is exactly, well, you took the words right out of my mouth. Next, you took the words right out of my mouth. At some point, they ain't gonna know who to come to because they gonna look at some of the adults in the community and see that the adults is moving worse than the kids. So then now they gonna try to come to the internet, and then they gonna see the same thing: adults moving like kids, acting immature. So essentially, again, who the hell do they have to look up to? We need to get back again to that morality and that balance that we had before. Again, stop trying to be friends with your kids. Stop enticing your kids to do wrong. And when your kids are doing wrong, you need to check them on it. The more you keep allowing these things to transpire, the more we gonna keep getting the same old things we seeing now. And the numbers wouldn't be so big as far as destruction, ignorance, violence, hate. It wouldn't be so high if some people would just stop listening and stop just going off of hearsay. No, you have to start really doing your homework, doing your lessons, man. We know parenthood ain't easy. It wasn't easy raising my brother, but I did it. And I did it well. And I could pat myself on the back because I could have been one of those brothers who didn't give a damn. I could have let my brother be basically shark food in him. And I didn't. There's some of y'all who are gonna have to start gaining that inner strength and start really looking at yourselves. Damn, all right, I got kids here. What do I do now? What do you do? Start being a parent. It ain't gonna be easy. Ain't no manual to being a parent. Even if you decide to take parenting courses, still ain't gonna come easy because certain things you might go through, no other parent probably went through. Everybody gonna have their own experiences parenting. I understand that. But the main thing that should be at hand, or the main thing that should be looked at, is again making sure your kid don't fall above, no, that they don't fall below a certain line in life. You don't want your kids out here struggling, going from hand to hand and doing certain things. Teach them, son, that's going to give them the damn benefits that they need.
Just like that guy from the movie.
Huh? Which one? Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. You got my money? My bad. Well, at least I know I could be a stunt double for somebody this Halloween. My bad, y'all. I'm about to change my name. My name is no longer going to be Matrix. I'm going to call myself Big Perm. Yeah, but this is my thing, though. And before I do get up out of here, I just want to make this clear again. There's some of you who you're going to have your toughest moments as parents. You might feel like you don't know which way is left and which way is right. But the only thing I can give you, the only thing I can tell you is there's going to be some things, again, that are going to be well out of your control. The most you can do is give that energy to the universe and continue to move on and progress from it. Start teaching your kids while they're young. Teach them responsibility and accountability. Teach them how to be themselves and be leaders, not followers. The hell is this? My bad, y'all. Is this a whole school bus full of them? Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to watch these cameras at some point. Man. See, like I said, I wanted to bring something up tonight, but I'm not. See, this is why I'm saying I'm gonna go on Clapper tomorrow definitely because I'm gonna speak about a few things. Things that I know YouTube like to be huff about or want to make fake references to or say that people said it did, but no, just common sense. Just common sense that's needed because, like I said before, I'm getting sick and tired of, to some degree, they making it seem like we're the only ones doing things. And there's everybody doing things. I'm definitely going to speak about that. But on that note, again, teach when you need to teach, reach when you need to reach those who you can reach and teach. And never forget those lessons. You give back to those who actually want to give back themselves. You give back to those who actually want to make a change and actually care about change. No, you can't save everybody, but you should be at least able to bring it to those who actually need it and will actually use it and utilize it for good reasons. So again, there's some of you who are going to have to really start showing better on here and off here. Show better to these youth and they could do better. And again, also don't force nothing that don't need to be forced. Again, just simply teach. Some of these people you will reach and they will take, they will take what you're saying and they will actually run with it and run with it into good positions. Some people are not going to take what you're saying. The ones that didn't take the message or couldn't understand it, hey, only focus on those who actually got it. Again, start doing more, start showing more, start being greater, start thinking greater. We can have greater results. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Definitely got to start really paying attention now because now all of a sudden we got late night traffic. I got to be wary of. Pray for my scalp again, y'all. And again, appreciate everybody that's been a part of this family and still becoming a part of this family. Still got work to do. Nonetheless, for those again following me on Clapper, I'm gonna do a little something special in the afternoon. And don't worry, tomorrow morning you're gonna get that scythe, baby. I'm off the next 2 days, so shoot. You're gonna get the love and treatment you're supposed to get, baby. But yeah, let me get up out of here though. Definitely appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all will enjoy your evenings. I'll see. Oh yeah, top of the morning to those in the UK, and top of the afternoon to everybody in Australia and Hong Kong and everybody else. Hopefully y'all enjoy yourselves, keep yourselves safe, and I'll see some of y'all in these streets tonight. Y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, you already know that love is love, and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real builds. And yeah, I will definitely see some of y'all in these streets later. And again, hopefully y'all keep yourselves safe. For those in the city again, especially those who might have to do some late night traveling on these subways, please be careful, be vigilant, and be on go just in case. Because even with the national security and them coming here, you still having issues on these trains. We still also have people playing with their safety on these trains. It's going to be a consistent problem until God knows when. But again, keep yourself safe. And if you feel a type of way about something, or if you feel any type of weirdness, do not hesitate to do what's necessary. So I can really tell y'all. Y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open, and until the next live, we out here. Peace and blessings.